Get on it. Shark dating sim. I've added it to the list. Don't worry. Right. Get a drink. Get a snack. Part 2. Let's go. Right. This is where we left off. There's a filter to stop all the not suitable work ones. Okay. But it's essentially a horny dating sim bejeweled. Oh, I don't want that. I want something like this. Tank dating sim. That's not which I imagine I would choose between Roadhog or Hammond or Rye. Well, I'll have a look at those and we will. I'll add the ones that are appropriate for Twitch onto the list. Right. Let me fucking drink first. I told Jet that I wasn't feeling up to practice after we played a few more one-sided games. She seemed annoyed, but agreed with my suggestion to take a short break. Back in high school, I used to spend most of my time at the library when class was over. To be honest, this is probably the most time I've willingly spent outside of my room since then. I'm not the type to read for fun or study diligently, but it was nice to have a place to go and be on my own. I've missed those afternoons since I graduated. But Golden Zone Fire is as good a replacement hangout as I could have hoped for. It's clean and comfortable and pretty much everything I needed to stay 24/7. Funnily enough, most PC bungs are open 24/7 in Korea, which is pretty sweet. That is an exaggeration. Some of the patrons here look particularly glued to their chairs. Here she comes. With a milk tea. Well, that's funny. We were just talking about that. From one of the vending machines in hand, I return to my seat across from Jet. She isn't wearing the same scowl from earlier, but I can tell she'd rather be practicing. What are you drinking? She snatches up the can across from her and takes a long sip. Coffee. What kind of coffee? Coffee is coffee. I don't drink sugary junk. All right, okay, well. And for the record, it's obnoxious to challenge someone that you don't know to a match. Oh yeah, we challenged what I think was our rival. He was a dick. He's a StarCraft 1 player that is trying to transition to StarCraft 2. Do you know what those types that stream snipe and start shit on message boards so that people pay attention to them? More than a few come to mind. That's you, except you did it in real life. What the fuck? Cut me some slack. How do you know that guy anyway? His name is Bolt? Yes. He plays for Shock T1. Shock, huh? Bolt must be a new recruit. I haven't paid much attention to them or any other Brewball team since StarCraft 2 came out, but he definitely wasn't on their roster a year ago. Right, but how do you know him? Jet clicks her tongue and breaks her gaze away from me. I silently appreciate the reprieve from her death glare. If you must know, he and I went to the same middle school. I was in the class above him. Huh, okay. I was thinking he might have knocked you out of a tournament or something. No, I've never played him in Star League. You don't need to overanalyze everything. Silence falls between us while Jet nurses what remains of her drink. I can't tell if she's really into the coffee or if she's just trying to find something to occupy her lips other than our conversation. I doubt Jet spends much time at PC Bungs, given that she's got a team house to practice from. I should consider myself lucky that she'd make time to come out here at all. You know what makes zero sense for you to focus on qualifying for VSL, right? I blink myself from my thoughts to meet Jet's intense stare. What do you mean? What's the point of us meeting up to practice then? No, I'm not saying, listen. I want to round up some players. For what? For VSTL. Team League. But you're already on a team. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? Shit. Oh my god. Are we breaking Jet? Is this it? Is this where she breaks down and removes her tough guy persona or tough woman persona? She wavers, considering whether or not to tell me what I've already figured out. You're leaving VIP? Jet's eyes jumped to mine, brows raised in surprise, and then frowned in annoyance. She's been on VIP for almost a year and is by far the team's best player. Management barely pays us, and nobody is motivated. They're worse than bad. They're complacent. I want a fresh start. Hey, I'm not guilting you. It just isn't something I expected to hear. Do you have a team house picked out? No, not yet. What about a coach? No. Well, do you have players in mind? Me, us, Mech. Look, it's a work in progress, okay? I edge away from her glare and raise my hand defensively. Okay, I won't ask again. For a while, silence. Jet does her best to avoid eye contact, but I can tell she's thinking hard about something. Just as I'm about to rise to replace my milk tea with another, she speaks. You know about all those new foreign teams popping up recently, right? Yeah. What about them? It's strange, isn't it strange? They're worse than almost every Korean squad. Yeah, most of them have more sponsors. Well, there are a lot more esports fans outside of Korea these days. People want to support their hometown heroes. I don't think it's that simple. What? Where would the money come from if it's not for the fans? Idiots. Wait, come from idiots? What? Idiots. Idiots that call themselves investors. Idiots that throw away money, keeping mediocre players afloat because it makes them feel good inside for whatever reason. She's fucking pissed. Well, she and Bolt agree on one thing at least. Okay. Are you going to find some idiots to sponsor you? No. Well... She takes a long moment to reconsider her answer. No, it wouldn't work out in the end. What I'm getting at is that too much of our scene ignores the foreign fan base. It's a huge mistake. Well, there's a time zone difference and a language barrier. Also, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of foreign fans don't find Korean players entertaining. What? How dare you? That's ridiculous. I'm just relaying common knowledge. Don't hold me accountable for the opinions of Silver Leaguers. Most Western fans' support goes to the people who entertain. Well, streamers, casters, PogChamp. That's us. Well, me. We're all Mac though. These kind of people. Unless you're all casters too. You probably are actually. You're probably high top. We're all top rated StarCraft players, remember, and we're all top level StarCraft casters too. As if casters are entertaining. Thank you, Whiskey. The most famous players in the scene aren't the best. That's appalling. Hey, don't pretend like Brewboard didn't get famous on the backs of dudes who look good on camera. If the PC bung was the ship, then fangirls pulled the oars. Hey, sex sells, or good looking people do sell. It's true. That's different. They were pretty and skilled, not one or the other. And show some respect. Those dudes are the only reason you and I are able to have this conversation. The sharp response and equally sharp glare suggests that I shouldn't have argued that point. Jet knows better than I do anyway. We're getting off topic. There are tons of potential fans that most Korean teams ignore simply because they're too hard to connect with. Yeah, I agree. She shifts an eyebrow and stares at me for just a bit too long before glancing away. If I wasn't sure before, I am now. Go on, say it. She's going to recruit us. Easy fucking clap. Say what? I know what you're thinking. No, you don't. Yes, I do. What am I thinking then? You want me to join a new team you're starting so that I can help you with the foreign fan base. Also, you invited me here to try out under the guise of practice. Rumbled. She doesn't know what to say. Jet slumps back in the seat, defeated. I fight a losing battle against the urge to laugh. Don't look so smug. I hate dealing with team management. You could always hire a manager. Absolutely. Imagine if Jet was the manager. Jesus Christ. Everybody be out on their fucking asses the moment you lose a game. Before we have any players, maybe I should keep my head down and practice. No, don't do that. I think it's a good idea. You're only saying that because I gave you an offer. Aline takes her less now. Okay, that's good. Maybe, but hey, if you go through with this, I'll do whatever I can do to help. How are you the one convincing me to go after my own idea? Damn it. She chews on a lip, likely considering the harrowing risk of leaving her team. I can't make any commitments until we at least have some other players. It would be stupid for me to move out of the VIP house without everything lined up. Fuck me. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, even if I don't have any detail hashed out yet. Every detail hashed out yet. I want to keep overhead low and practice time high, lean and mean. She aims a finger at me. Her dull nail a hair's breadth away from my nose. If you're going to be a part of this, you're going to pull your weight. You can start by searching for other players, unless you'd rather find me a coach and sponsor. I cringe backwards and raise my hands. No, I'll leave that to you. Good, it'll work out better this way. The minimum number of players for Team League is 4, so you need to find at least 2. Well, we know who we can invite. You know, this isn't exactly what I had in mind as the ideal join a team experience. Walk away if you like. You have a long way to go if you want to be anything other than our translator mascot anyway. Ooh. I'll admit though, Excel was right. I see glimpses of high-level stuff in your play. But as of right now, you know... Wait, what? But as of right now, you kind of suck. I don't know why I read that as no. I was like, you know of suck? Like, what the fuck? You kind of suck. Even by foreigner standards. Offense intended. You seriously need to start busting your ass. Coming to Korea is pointless if you're still practicing Western hours. You're struggling to read tonight. I am struggling to read tonight. I don't know why. Well, nobody ever claimed that Jet wasn't honest. That's true. I'm going to work you and everybody else like dogs. If his team comes together, I won't be happy with anything less than first place in VSTL. Hey, Cantalus, what's up? Long time no see. Well, I appreciate the chance. I have for a smile that she's quick to match. If we're going ahead with this, I've got a lot of stuff to do. The deadline to register for the team league is in 2 weeks, so we can't afford to waste time. Get moving on your search. All right, good luck. I'll catch you online. Later then. Well, yeah, later. When she's gone, I fall back into my chair and take a deep breath. Jet just asked me to join her team. I pinch my forearm and judge the sensation that follows. With that, my disbelief dissolves into contemplation. Fuck me. Oh my god, I'm struggling to read this evening. How the hell am I going to find 2 worthwhile unsigned players? 2. Alright, okay, I need to fucking count them. A mixture of guilt and pride led me to spend the rest of the day at Golden Zone Fire. Between ladder games and break for dinner, I scoped out the cafe's best StarCraft players. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like any Golden Zone Fire's regular patrons are much to write home about. There were good players there for all-out attack, for sure, but not today. Most of the cafe's patrons are playing Brood War, or were playing Brood War. And of the ones that were actually laddering in StarCraft 2, there was only a single guy in Master League. We need Grandmaster players. We need some Grandmaster players. We can't have some no scrub Master League players. I'll have to extend my search outside of a single PC bang. I guess I'd have been a little Master of Seduction novice already. Very cool. Very cool. I guess it'd have been a little too convenient to find a VSL caliber player so easily. I get the urge to stop at a convenience store on the way back to my apartment. There's one I've been going to regularly for my nightly fix of sugar and caffeine. Huiori Gamta. I don't know what that means, but that's what the sign says. I think it means... I don't know what it means. The store's blindly bright signage is visible from more than a block away. Green capital letters spell out the store's name in English on the backdrop of white. Go Mart. Hot dogs. Oh, okay. The door's familiar chime welcomes me, and the same clerk I've seen at least a dozen times before stands formally behind the cash register. He looks a bit old to be working still. Maybe he owns the place and doesn't have help to work the night shift. What the fuck is this? Are we falling over? I see myself standing behind the counter in an unwanted mental image. It's a fate that could easily await me if I failed to make it as a professional gamer. I shake my head free of the thought and make my way to the refrigerated section of the store to fill my fists with cans and bottles. Some of the drinks may have strange names, but I'll be damned if they aren't good. I drop them on the counter in front of the old man and briefly make eye contact with him. He seems to recognize me, but doesn't say anything to indicate it. He rings up my drinks slowly, not from the age or callousness, but because he's in no great rush. The store's empty aside from me after all. 6,001, says the clerk. I swipe my credit card in the reader and depart with a polite smile, anxious to return to my apartment. The clerk returns the expression and watches me go without another word. Is he... We should have asked him if he played StarCraft. I've got a feeling I'm going to meet this clerk later on. I'm just saying. Foreshadowing. How much is 6,001? 6,001 is about $6. A normal drink in Korea, if you buy like a can or whatever, it'll be about $750. $750. 751. Normally bottles of drinks range from like 1,001 to 1,500, depending what you get. It's not expensive. Like every convenience store is the same kind of prices. It's not expensive. But every 1,001 is about $1. The only top tier player I'm on speaking terms with is Excel. But how would I even approach the subject of getting him to leave his team for a new and untested one? Maybe it would be better for me to simply get a lead from him. If I can't manage that, then I'm left to scour local PC bungs and message boards on my own. Whatever, I'll figure this out tomorrow. All right. Back to the apartment with the mysterious woman poster on the wall. Okay, no, we're back in the PC bung. Okay. And you had to convince her? Seriously? She's been talking this up to me for the past 2 months. It's a big change, I guess. And come on, I just met you guys. How can she not be hesitant? But not every convenience store has the same selection. Yeah, you can only get in a Family Mart. Is a Family Mart in Korea? Family Mart's a Japanese chain, right? It's like CU and 7-Eleven and 24. Pretty sure Family Mart, it might be in Korea. I've never seen a Family Mart in Korea, though. I've only seen them in Japan. Could be wrong. He grins, no doubt replaying Jet's angst in his mind's eye. Getting in at the ground floor is a major plus. You were in the right place at the right time. If it works out, that is. Excel glances over his shoulder before returning his attention to me. Yeah, this is time on my bed. Presume they had them in Korea. Yeah, I don't think they do. I've only ever seen Family Marts in Japan. Family Mart's pretty nice though. They remind me of Korean convenience stores. Most teams barely pay their players anything. I've got it good for someone my age, but even I have part of my winnings taken for the team's benefit. Ouch. Luckily for Westerners, this isn't a trend that's caught on outside of South Korea. So I can't do it. It's impossible. The words simply will not come. What? He knows. He knows. Oh. Haha. He laughs out loud, genuine and highly amused. He tries to get his words out and, unlike me, eventually ends up succeeding. Sorry, Mac, but no can do. I'm signed with Crash until the end of the year. I'm not allowed to play for anyone else until my contract is up. As I expected, really. It shouldn't have come as a surprise. I sigh, fall back into my chair, and rest my palms atop my head. I had to ask. Jet's expecting me to pick up some players while she handles the management and sponsorship side of things. Hey, well, I can help you with the next best thing. Ooh, if you can find us players, that would be good. I'd be thankful for any help at all. Don't you worry. I've got a short list of easy pickups. An extremely short list. He clears his throat. There's only one person on it, but hey, better than nothing, right? Who is it? If he says me... Oh, straight to business. Eager for your bunk bed. I see. Trust me, Mac. You want the bottom bunk. You know from experience? Sure do. When I was 16, some up-jumped Brood War clans scraped me from the bottom of the barrel and set me up in their overcrowded sweatshop of a team house. Fucking hell. I had to sleep above someone at least 2 years past a graceful retirement. I've seen solitaire players with better APM. He snored a lot. As horrible as he's trying to make it seem, I thought top bunk is better. Isn't top bunk... I feel like I've watched a lot of prison documentaries and they always say top bunk is better. I don't know. Okay, well, cancel this says bottom bunk. Alright. As horrible as he's trying to make it seem, Excel sounds closer to wistful than bitter as he recounts his first year as a professional gamer. What happened to the team? Sponsor flaked. Team didn't have enough money for legal action. Coach didn't tell us until 20 minutes before the rent was due. What the fuck? Someone stole my mouse pad as we were moving out. And that was the end of my StarCraft career. What the fuck? Wait, no. It kept going for 7 years after that and somehow still isn't over. Always forget that part. I already know about prison, but bottle bunk is real world. Oh, really? Okay. Slept in bunk beds for over 8 years and never wanted top bunk. Alright, okay. You need to be cooler when you sleep. Go to the bottom bunk, opposite of top bunk. Okay. Excel, top Korean Terran, master storyteller. Just like me. Top tier Terran player. Anyway, this guy's name is Stunt. Plays Protoss. He's pretty good. But, does that have to be a but? I'm sensing a but. It's a small but. He's incredibly cheesy and maybe a touch arrogant. And he's a high schooler, but he's good. Why haven't any other teams picked him up in that case? He shrugs. I get the feeling that Excel genuinely doesn't know, but I'm left anxious nonetheless. Still, it's important to have at least some kind of racial distribution on the team. Not in terms of foreigner or Korean, mind you, but rather Zerg, Protoss, and Terran. You small butt. Do you know how I can get in touch with him? I could give you his info for a friend request, but he'd probably block you on the assumption that you're a fanboy or a gold seller or something. Your best bet is to find him in person at Stomping Grounds. His Stomping Grounds? What do you mean? Where? No. Stomping Grounds. That's the name of a PC bung he's usually at. Another trek across Seoul. Hey, that's not that bad, man. You just get a train, seize a game. I've never heard of the place, much less been to it. Excel takes note of my frown and wags his finger at me. What? You fly halfway across the world and can't be bothered to walk half an hour? Take the subway if you're that lazy. No, it's fine. I shouldn't expect this to be easy. Now we're talking. Get going. I'll keep an eye out for your next player in the meantime. You know a funny story actually about being lazy? So when the first time I went to Korea, I stayed like one stop away from where Achilles lived, and I'd always meet up with him like almost every day. And he was like, "Oh, just get the subway, dude. Just get the subway." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. I'll just get the subway." It's like one stop, so I would always get the subway, and I just never thought anything of it. And then the next time I went in a few months' time, I was like, I'm just gonna fucking walk, dude. Like, fuck this. It can't be that far. The walk took me 20 minutes, if that, to go from stop to stop. And he would take that subway sometimes too. He would just take one stop. He is lazy as fuck when it comes to transportation. My God. My God. He is lazy sometimes. That shit is funny. And then I walked ever since, because why the fuck would I take a 5-minute tube over like walking, 20 minutes? What a call out. Dude, like, he knows it too. Why walk when there's a subway? Because it costs money. Like, I might as well walk for 20 minutes. Also, it's nice walking down the road, just chilling, Motherfuckers lazy. When it comes to transportation, no expense spared. No expense spared when it comes to Mr. Seth King. Now we're talking. Get going. I'll keep an eye out for your next player in the meantime. Also, how is Smaug? What's up, man? You've missed Overwatch, sadly, if you wanted to watch Overwatch, but we are playing SC2VN. I checked the map on my phone for a second time after reading the sign for the third. This is definitely stomping grounds. A deep breath helps me calm my nerves. Seconds later, I push open the glass door and make my way inside. Oh boy, new PC bar. Pretty much as expected. Computers, vending machines, tables, and the sound of 24 mice and keyboard. PC bangs are nothing if not similar to one another. Yes, that's very true. When a shiver runs down my back, I realize that the AC here is cranked up ridiculously high. I read somewhere that casinos pump extra oxygen to keep their patrons awake and alert. Maybe this place has tried to adapt the same tactic to their cafe. A middle-aged woman sits behind the front desk. She glances up at me when I pass by and then returns her attention to the magazine displayed out in front of me. Do you also know a really other weird story? I don't know why I remember this story, but a friend of mine told me when I was in Korea. So there was this girl that worked for a PC bang, and she was just a receptionist or whatever, and that's what she did. I don't know if she was a student or whatever. The story that was, she just worked behind the reception desk, but she was just ridiculously attractive, like unbelievably attractive. And this guy from Maxim, Korea, once came into the PC bang, and obviously she'd been working there for a few years, and spotted her and was like, what the fuck? Like, noticing how like attractive she is. And she ended up getting picked up to be, she is now a model because, you know, she's hot. And she, all from just like a small interaction at a PC bang and someone being like I don't know if it was a scout or like a photographer for Maxim or whatever, but she got picked up for Maxim after working in a PC bang, which is quite funny. But yeah, I don't know why I remember that story. I just remember reading it, not reading it, but seeing a Korean news article about it online somewhere. I know after a friend telling me about it. Anyway, that was dumb. That was a dumb story. She glances up at me when I pass by and then returns her attention to the magazine splayed out in front of her. A quick scan of heads lined up in front of monitors offers me a few potential stunts amidst the sea of scrubs. By Excel's description, he's short and has bleached hair. I'm able to narrow it down quickly and confirm his identity with a look at his monitor. He's in the middle of a ladder match, and he's playing StarCraft 2 with one hand. The other is occupied with a game on his cell phone. What the fuck? What a fucking baller. All the same, Stunt's crushing his opponent with a rush build. And by the look in his face, he takes great pleasure in that fact. His enemy sends a salty one-liner before dropping out of the game without saying a GG. Stunt grins wide and puts his hands behind his head, satisfied. After checking his post-game stats, he glances over his shoulder and then spins his chair around to find me watching him. No GG, I know. He's a short high school kid with a big ego, guys. Sup? Something you want? That is a cool fucking cell phone, dude. What the fuck? That actually looks like a Protoss cell phone. What the hell? Yeah, you're Stunt, right? Yeah, that's me. And who are you? I'm Mac. I'm a Terran player. Stunt lights up, stands upright, and plants his hand on his hips all at once. Right, the foreigner that Excel messaged me about. Wow, that was fucking fast. We're starting to think you wouldn't show up. Let's get this bet match going. What? Have we just been set up? Shit. Oh god, now we have to play another game. Hey everybody, the bet match is on. What? Damn it, really, Excel? Before I can attempt an explanation, a crowd of 6 or 7 middle school age kids forms behind Stunt. I don't see myself talking my way out of this. Bet match, right. That's me. Yes. And that's what I'm here for. Okay, I hate him already. Don't fucking lose. We're all gonna choose what we do in the game, okay? If we lose, we're losing together. Another Chobo is gonna try a bet match Stunt. Calf nerd. When will they learn? He's the Calf's best player. Hey Stunt, will you buy me a juice after with your winnings? Stunt ignores the peanut gallery and takes a step forward, sizing me up. Judging by his appearance, it looks like he just started high school. I'm at least a head taller than him. So he's like, fuck, he's looking up. That's everybody to Johnny, just permanently looking up. Excel said that you were down for 15,000. 15,001 bet. That's about $15, by the way. But come on. You can do better than that, right? We're about to get destroyed by a high schooler. Watch the bet match actually not be with you. How much were you thinking? 25,000 is much better number. 25 bucks. Wouldn't you say? Come on. You had to drag your ass all the way over here to play. Let's make it interesting. That's what? $25 or so? I'd have to skip a few trips to Gomart. Yeah, we should stop shopping at Gomart. We're wasting all our money. But I can't risk having him turn me down. Okay, fine. 25,000. What are we going to do about the maps? Best of 3, right? Nah. Best of 1 is fine. My time's too valuable. And in a show of good faith, you can pick the map. All right. Excel wasn't kidding about this kid's cockiness. Whatever. At least I can choose the map with a rush distance. I find a seat at the computer nearby, though not so close that we could catch a glimpse of each other's screens. A locked window stares back at me as I sit down. Of course, I need to pay to use the PC. Before I can head back to the front desk, Stunt sides in front of me and takes the mouse. Yo, I got it. Considering it an investment for the money you're about to give me. All right. He unlocks the machine with a few clicks and the entry of a password. Huh, that works. After I thanked him, he slinks back over to his setup. Stunt shares a few confident words with the underage crowd behind him and then throws his headphones on. I host up a game and toss him an invite. It's not long after that. I'm staring down my base and 6 workers. Okay, everybody ready? Everybody ready? Let's get in. Let's get in. Adjust your headsets. Posture check. Stretch. Right, let's go. Let's go. Stunt. Young, untrained talent. Favors unorthodox play. Bad taste in hair dye. Oh, fucking burned. Cannons, 2-gate, 4-gate, blink, proxy robo, proxy stargate. There are a dozen different ways that Stunt can end this game early. As a precaution, I scout around the interior of my base to ensure that I'm not being cannon rushed. And as I discover, I am. Just outside my vision range and dangerously close to a worker line, a cannon finishes building. Oh, fuck, dude. We're already fucking losing. I feel called out, says Lexi. Some losses in a defense are inevitable, but if I handle this well, it should put me ahead of Stunt. It's gutsy of him to risk a best of 1 on a strategy like this. Practically all I have to do is scout it to score a victory. Wait, where's our decision making? By microing my injured SCVs away from the cannon shots, I'm able to end the rush at a low cost. In truth, that seemed like an exponentially weak attack. Was Excel hyping this kid up for nothing? Boom, easy game. Easy game. I end up losing 3 of my workers. That's quite big. By the time his single cannon is dead. Now, where's that probe? Oh, fuck. Okay, there it is. The probe down. There's no way he'll be able to drop down on any more cannons. Okay, here we go. Still, he's probably planning his next move. I have to decide what comes next. If he's transitioning into something standard, this would be the perfect time to counterattack. His tech has been lacking, so there's no way he'll have a strong enough unit to defend a marine attack. And while it seems incredibly unlikely, there's always a chance that he might have another attack ready. If I want to err on the side of caution, I could stay in my base and simply tech up. But that might give him enough time to get back into the game. I should make this call based on what I know about his playstyle. So, do we want to counter-attack with the Marines or stay defensive? Shadow Mercy wanted to play Pharmacy and they didn't even stay with me and I died so many times. Oh, unlucky Bumblebee. Unlucky. Right, do we want to counterattack with Marines? Remember, he does prefer unorthodox stuff. Or do we want to stay defensive? I think we should stay defensive because it said if he plays standard, we can go for the counterattack and that's probably best. But if we stay defensive, we can more than likely prepare for his his bullshit, his unorthodox attack. Defensive, defensive, defensive. Okay, defensive it is. We're going to stay on defensive. All right. What is this? Is this SC2VN, StarCraft 2 visual novel, McGravy? We think it's a dating sim. Well, I'm pretty sure it's a fucking dating sim. Basically, I'm a dating sim professional gamer. I don't know if you're aware. I'm getting sponsored anytime soon. That's what we do on this stream. We play Overwatch, then we play dating sims. Even though I'm giving up the chance to win the game immediately, the safe thing is to do is tech up the drop ships. But it looks like I won't... What? I won't need to. My precautionary scout uncovers an ambush waiting in the dark corner of my base. Oh my god, thank fuck for that. I'm all for RTS, yo, same. I'm going to try and learn in my spare time, though. I did download it again. I do love StarCraft. I love watching it. With more than enough units and space to micro-mine Marines, I dispatched his zealots with barely any losses. Fucking easy. Easy. A cannon rush feint into a proxy gate? Absolutely ridiculous. With his rush routed, Stunt quits out of the game without a GG. Easy fucking clap. Didn't even fucking GG us, though. Actually fucking wrecked. Guy, we just beat down on a middle schooler. Owned. Owned is all I have to say. No GG, what a loser, I know. Who doesn't GG? I won. With surprising ease, too. Stunt pushes through the dumbfounded crowd and comes stomping over. Fury in his eyes. Oh, he thought he was going to cheese us. He really didn't expect to lose. You blindly scout the smoke in your base after a cannon rush? Are you kidding me? Who does that? Do we even want this loser on our team? Whiskey's right. Do we want this loser on our team? This is true. I raised my... Chat does that, yeah. That doesn't sound like something to be proud of out of context. No, well, we smacked him down at StarCraft, so we should be proud. I raised my hands defensively and skirt away from the victory screen, splashed across my monitor. We should give him a wedgie as well. Whoa, calm down. It takes like 5 seconds, and you have a reputation for those kind of builds, you know? Do we get to not recruit him? We'll see. He makes a disgusted sound and stares at me hard. You got luck. What the fuck? Exclamation marks. What are you yelling back there for? Didn't I tell you to sweep up the back room an hour ago? Stop screaming at our customers and go do something useful. Lord have mercy. Does his mum run this shop? I think his mum runs this shop. Uh-oh. Without warning, the woman at the front desk. Oh dear. He's in trouble. The woman at the front desk paints Stunt a bright red from across the room. She glares at him for a moment longer before ducking back behind the counter. Talk about lousy bosses. His anger replaced with modesty, Stunt scratches behind his head. The middle schoolers have mostly disappeared. Evidently destroyed by the cruel realization that their Protoss god can bleed. Sorry, that's my mum. Fucking knew it. It's his family's place. Anyway, you beat me. Let me go get you your cash. Oh yeah, he owes us 25 bucks. His mum? Even worse. I guess it can see the resemblance minus the bleached hair. Explains how he unlocked my PC, at least. Oh yeah, that is true actually. He did randomly unlock a PC. Actually, wait. I didn't come here for a bet match. What? But we just played one. Give me my $25. I want my 25,001. I don't have to pay then? Well, I want my 25,001. Like, what? No. I'm recruiting a new... We're an idiot. We're a fucking idiot. That was a free 25,001. All right. Well, fuck. We done fucked up. Our character's dumb. Excel mentioned that you were a free agent. I wanted to see if you'd join. I guess he thought it would be funny to trick me into a bet match with you. A foreign team? Why didn't you just send me a message or something? No, a Korean one. And Excel said that you probably assume it was a fanboy and blocked me. Although I get the feeling that was just his excuse for this whole setup. Man, Excel, couldn't we have just kept this simple? What if I had lost? That is true, actually. Stunt pauses and reaches for his phone. Distracted or no, he manages to carry on the conversation. Nah, blocking you sounds like something I'd do. Anyway, who else have you got? We got Jet. And me. Well, we've just got us. That's it. Give us the money, punk. Is our character Timmy? Yeah, our character's Timmy. Wait, Jet is technically still on VIP. Oh yeah, we can't tell anybody yet. Can I tell him that she's planning to leave? What if he tells someone? Why didn't I think of this ahead of time? We should not. No. We've got some good players about to sign and a sponsor in the works. Nothing official. We're trying to keep everything under wraps until then. Sounds sketchy. A mysterious sponsor, mysterious players. And he doesn't seem convinced. I can hardly blame him. This sort of thing is unfortunately common in esports. Yeah. But Excel didn't vouch for you. That's worth something. And you beat him. The future Protoss Bonjour. Okay, I don't know about that. Once we've got 4 players and some management, we're going to pick out a team house. You'll need to live and practice with us. I blink once, look away, and take a tactical pause. The what? A Bonjour is basically it's like a god of gaming in Korea. So people like Flash, like one of those famous StarCraft players of all time, is a Bonjour. Bonjour is basically just like the top of the top. StarCraft players. There's also there's also a special chair in Korea, and it's like this red leather chair that only the Bonjour sit in, and it's only ever been sat in by StarCraft players until Faker came along. And Faker in 2016 or 2017 LCK 2016 and 2017, I believe. I think it was one of those years. Faker got to sit in that chair, and there is a clip. Well, there's the LCK Summer intro, I believe, that had him sit in the chair. It was pretty fucking sick. It was a pretty sick fucking moment, like really fucking sick. That's a very, very quick TLDR. God of arrogance. Yeah, the arrogance is pretty painful. Who decides who gets to sit in the chair? I think it's just. You know what? I don't know. I would assume it's just kind of the grandfathers of the games in Korea, and maybe the commentators and the like Kesper and VSL and that kind of people, and GSL. I would assume. Who owns the chair? I don't know who owns the chair. Where is the chair? I don't know where the chair is currently stored. It is probably somewhere in Korea in a studio somewhere. Oh, if your mum will let you move out, that is. He rises to my bait, straightens up, both fists clench. Why is the chair? How is the chair? Okay. Why is... God damn it, guys. I will show you the clip in a bit. You're damn right he's going to let me. Oh, she's going to let me. All right, dude. Consider me signed. Wow, okay. That was really fucking easy. When is the chair? I'm going to choose not to answer that question. If I've got room enough money to pay for food, we're in business. Where art thou? I am chair. Stunt pauses and lowers himself from the tips of his toes. What's the team called? But anyway, like I said, it's a work in progress. I'll let you know when it's picked out. Oh yeah, shit, we don't have a team. If we're not named yet, I want to say it. Oh god, he's gonna... No, dude. How about the Azure Blaze Phoenix Snipers? Oh, fucking middle schoolers, man. What is this? Azure Blaze isn't bad for like a... That's very, I feel that's very Korean. Like Blaze. Mig Frost. Azubu as well, the Azubu team. Azubu Frost? Azubu Blaze is very Korean, yeah, agreed. Azubu, what was it? Azubu Frost? Azubu Blaze? Mig Frost? God, I can't remember my old Korean team names now. Fuck. I'm an embarrassment to myself in the chat. What even? Kid, this isn't a shonen anime. Wow, incredible fucking reference. Comment. We're not giving him any slack, okay? We can't give him slack. Yeah, probably not. Whilst done, Rebels in the afterglow of being signed to a StarCraft team, a thought occurs to me. Wait, don't you go to school? Oh, shit, yeah. Let's just say I'm in between school. He got kicked out of school. Well, there it is. I don't bother trying to divulge any more information. If he can live in a team house and perform, that's good enough for me. Some promising young pros deferred school for Brood War way back in the day, and if StarCraft doesn't work out for him, at least he's got a future cleaning up stomping grounds. Another small fact about Korean esports and StarCraft, by the way. So Maru, one of the most famous players playing for Jin Air, he was 13 when he was like up on the big stage playing StarCraft. Maru, what a fucking god gamer. Like, he's lived in team houses since he was in high school. Like, the guy's nuts. This hot lemon water is tingling my sore throat. That's good. He, baby, his two mothers now. I mean, oh yeah, Jet, maybe his mother now as well. Second mom. Right. Would you want Jet as your mom though? Really? Did he get to sit in the chair? Maru? I don't think so, no. I can't remember the latest person to sit in the chair. I believe it's just Faker has been the latest person. I think Boxer, maybe Isla Vuv? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't be able to tell. Maybe Flash, definitely. Maybe Boxer, Isla Vuv. Can't remember off the top of my head. I'll Google it in a minute. Right. The mysteries won't last long, I promise. I'll be in touch if I need you to show up anywhere or somewhere. Okay, I'm going to hit you up for practice games tonight. If that's cool, be online. Sounds good. Welcome aboard, kid. Okay, so now we only need one more player. The fiery Protoss player lifts his chin for a final grin before heading into one of the PC Bung's back rooms, probably to gather a broom and a dustpan. I grace Stunt's mum with an innocent expression on my way out. She answers my smile with a glare, sharp enough to make the hair on the back of my neck stand up. We're going to have to fight his mum at some point. Dear God. I step outside and suck in a deep breath, relieved. The warm afternoon air is sweet and feels good in my lungs. One down. One to go. Okay, we are done discussing the chat. Oh, fuck's sake, I'm Googling it now. Bonjour. Okay. Boxer, Nada. I knew it was Isla Vuv. Boxer, Nada, Isla Vuv, Savior, and Flash. There you go. And Faker too. Faker's also a Bonjour. It's basically, yeah, like I said, it's basically someone that just dominates. They're a god gamer. I just want to understand the chair system. Okay. It's a very high winning percentage in successive title wins. Okay, there you go. A very high winning percentage in successive title wins. Okay, so it's not independently chosen. But I guess the people who... There are then decided, it's like, this person's Bonjour. But yes. Boxer, Nada, Isla Vuv, and Savior, and Flash. I knew Flash for 100% definite. In StarCraft, the name Bonjour was first used as a nickname for July, even though he was not a Bonjour. Oh. It was established during the Savior era. Interesting. Oh, July is 33. How old is Boxer now? Boxer is 39. How old is Nada? How old is Savior? How old is Flat? We have divulged into StarCraft now. 35. Nada is 35. Isla Vuv is now 36. Savior is 32. And yeah, Flash being the youngest. He was the most recent StarCraft anyway. He's 27. He is a year older than me. A year older than me. Wait, how old am I? No, I'm 26. Fuck. Can we see the chair? Yes. How am I going to share my screen? Okay, give me a sec. I love it as Papa's tweet. Oh, okay. Okay. I found the clip. I found the clip of him taking a seat live. Okay. We're going to watch Faker sit down. Oh my God, dude. Give me a sec. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let's do this. Display capture? Is that fine? Oh my God. Okay. Right, this is you. Okay. Carpe, sit. We need to mute the game. We're not going to mute the game. We're just going to put this really loud so we can't hear anything else. And there it is. It was 2017 spring. God damn it. I was slightly wrong. I said, what did I say? Summer 2017? Anyway. The fucking chair. You're a bigger crowd than expected for a chair. No, it's the finals of LCK 2017 spring. That's why it was there. But yeah, that's yeah, man. Like, oh, man. I love Korean esports, dude. What a fucking clip, dude. What a fucking clip. The stairway to my apartment was empty as usual. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only person living in this building. Isolation was a main concern when I was first thinking about coming overseas. If my Korean wasn't passable, it'd practically be impossible for me to be anything but lonely. I wouldn't say so. Something as simple as crossing the street can be exciting for someone who has never been in an urban environment for more than a few hours at a time. It sounds stupid, but it's true. Still, before meeting Excel and Jet, I barely talked to anyone offline. StarCraft's one-on-one nature doesn't exactly lend itself to social introductions. It'd be easy to get in touch with the foreigner community out here, but I have very little desire to skulk around bars with jaded English teachers and washed-up businessmen. Why bother? I sink into my chair and jam the spacebar a few times to wake up my PC. I practiced enough at Golden Zone Fire after recruiting Stunt, so I don't bother loading up StarCraft. Jet was pleased to hear about my new pickup. Told me it was smart to hold off on telling Stunt who she was too. I'm sure she'll announce her plans in her own time. She'll have to once we've picked up our last player at any rate. With a few clicks, I'm staring at a common StarCraft fan website. The most interesting stuff that goes on in the scene gets posted here, and what people vote as best rises to the top of the page. Probably on Liquid.net, Team Liquid.net. I don't often visit Korean community sites. I like them just fine, but I prefer to read English when I get the chance. But no matter where you choose to get your StarCraft news, you'll find no shortage of netizens sure in their own opinions on which player is awful and why their game is imbalanced. Lamau, good riddance. Oh, this is Reddit. Dude was washed anyway. Leave the scene without a GG. Left the scene without a GG. Typical. Today's scene is no exception. A foreign pro gamer called it quits, and the comments about him are ridiculously scathing. Sure, he was underperforming recently, but people forgot just how much time and passion gets put into even a mediocre professional's career. The worst part is that most of the people talking smack are either low leaguers or don't play the game at all. True, dude. True. Imagine a world. I take out my phone, hoping to find something on it to distract me from the mindless masses. No text, no emails. Same as when I last checked 15 minutes ago. That is me every fucking day. That didn't mean to sound that sad. It's been a while since I chatted with my friends from back home. Most of them know about my esports aspirations, but none of them really get it. There's two reactions when someone learns that you want to play video games full time. Either they roll their eyes or they tell you how lucky you are. I've tried to explain the latter, that playing StarCraft really isn't fun in the traditional sense. Winning can be satisfying, but the game is too stressful to actually call it fun, at least for me. Live footage of Reddit after Kevin retired from Overwatch. Yeah. It beats a boring minimum wage job, but it sure as hell isn't easy and pays less for all but the best. Yeah, they don't mention that between games of style extremes. I mean, yeah, it's pretty true. Pretty much everyone I went to high school with is enrolled in college. When I hear about their great social lives and internships, I can't help but feel jealous. I probably end up going eventually. It's not like I can make a living from games when I'm 30. Yeah. Try new shit when you're young. That's how I'm here. Don't hold out. You're literally only young one time in your life. You might as well try everything before you get older. Internships are a good way of doing that. Actual YOLO. Obviously, you don't have it's not. You don't have to follow that advice to a T, but when it comes to careers, you could also just follow that advice when it comes to trying new experiences, right? If you know what you want to go into, then go into it. But just with experiences too, is what I mean. The envy of us all the wrong things. Well, that's how I'm here. I'm just saying, like, I took the dive, as it were, the dip. I dipped my toes into casting, and apparently I was okay at it. And now I'm here. PogChamp. Yeah. 5 or 6 years of StarCraft, and then you're left in the dregs of your prize money and sore wrists. Also, look after your fucking health, too. Be healthy. Stay healthy. And hopefully some friends and fond memories. With a look back at the computer screen, I notice that my inbox has a message waiting. I click. I stare at, and I'm staring at a piece of fan mail. The first I've received in a month. Fan mail? Maybe it's inaccurate to call it a fan mail, considering I've known this guy since before I started playing StarCraft in high school. Lol, sup man, I hope your practice is going well. Stuff here has been boring since summer ended, and everybody went back to school. Sorry about VSL qualifier, but you got another match, yo. You got another month, yo. You're still the foreign hope. So make sure you come back from Korea and stomp locals when I'm watching. Oh yeah, and don't forget about KGF 2012. Haha. Are you going to stream soon? Haha. I'd really like to watch. Make sure you mod me this time, Roffle. Oh yeah, and give me a shout out next time you're on casted match. Lol. Later, dog. A. Keep hydrated and don't go outdoors. Coronavirus will kill us all. True. True. Do stretches now and then. True, dude. Look after your health when you're playing computer games, okay? Stream? What? So 10 people can watch me play faceless barcodes all day? Pointless. Maybe if I got enough viewers to make some money. Nah. I think streaming is kind of a good way of building a brand as well. If he's trying to go for this, like, we should stream more. We should stream more in real life, and we should stream more in this game. This is what we should do. He and I really didn't even talk in high school. It wasn't until he found out about my StarCraft skill after graduating, he tried to become my friend. I messaged my temples. Oh, massage. Oh my fucking god. Massage my temples. Frustrated. I message my temples. I go down to my local temple and drop them off a message. All that massage did was put me in a bad mood. I massage my temple. Yeah, well. Tier 7, by the way. We're going to be StarCraft gamers. Most of the people who follow StarCraft know less about the game itself than they do about the people playing it. That is me through and through. I don't like that I expected to consistently bear the scrutiny of strangers. The community is what keeps the scene alive. I know it's wrong to loathe it, but simply knowing that doesn't make it easier not to. With an impatient click, my PC groans off. I climb under my sheets and settle in for an early night's rest. The search continues tomorrow. And our gaming time has also reached an end. It is midnight now for me. I think we're going to end it here. Oh, fuck. It just said wake up. Fuck, god damn it. Save. Right, we're saving. Saving. We've saved. We've saved. It's getting pretty late here for me. So I'm going to raid someone. If you haven't already, I would appreciate if you follow my social media. Also, you can join my Discord and my YouTube as well. I'll be posting this, obviously the VOD from the playthrough today on my YouTube if you want to rewatch, or if you only just joined and you want to watch part 1, it's also on there. Imagine sleeping at 7 all the time. Couldn't be me. I want to work out as well, and I promised myself I'd work out. Also, I need to study Korean today. I studied a little bit, but I still need to study some more. So I need to get to bed before like 1:30 today because I want to do those two things. But I really appreciate you all for stopping by, and all the follows and the subs today as well. Moonlight, thank you once again for the 25 gifted. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It does mean a whole fucking bunch. Thank you. Good night, everybody. We're going to find someone to raid. Fuck it. We'll raid Brent. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. And I will see you very, very soon. Good night.